Martinez with a layup and good. It's an 11-point Lady Cat lead, 26-15. The home team flipping the switch here and answering that 10-0 run. Now the ball's taken away. Here comes Martinez. That layup is good. 28-15 now the score. Rio Hondo starting to pull away here in the second quarter. 2:32 left in the first half. And again, we apologize. Just a couple of small technical difficulties, but we are back and running. And Rio Hondo really finding their groove here midway through the second quarter. Mia Zuniga coming into the ball game along with Alexis Reiner. So Ayala, Andrews, Martinez, Reiner, and Zuniga in the game for the Lady Bobcats. Laney Mata at the charity stripe.
Oh, this is why anytime we're usually broadcasting, Kevin, we try to get a hard wire set up for the internet, because when we go to wireless, anything can happen that can shut our broadcast down. Apologies to the fans. We're back up and running, hopefully for the rest of the night.
Right, it's a lot like when you're playing Madden online. You want to have that hard wire, because when you're relying on Wi-Fi, you can kind of lose connection. I know how that feels. So no worries on that end. 28-15, the Lady Tarpons trying to make a comeback here. Mata with the ball out to Zalowski. She's seen a lot of minutes here in this first half. Deep three-pointer there. That one's no good and off the mark. Rebounded by the Lady Tarpons, Sabrina Gonzalez. She got her own rebound. Nice behind-the-back move. Kicks this one out to Chapa. Chapa puts up a shot off the side of the rim and no good. Zuniga with the board out to Reiner. Over to Andrews, and we'll just let Martinez get it, but then Martinez passes it back to Andrews. Cross-court pass. This shot is up. Bang! Jasleen Ayala with a three-pointer, and the Lady Cats are pouring it on here in the second quarter. 31-15, their biggest lead of the night.
19-5, they've outscored the Lady Tarpons here in the second quarter, opening this up.
Zalowski with the ball, and now the Lady Tarpons are going to try and keep the wheels from falling off here in the second quarter. Gonzalez with the ball out to Mata. Mata over to Zalowski. Corner three. That shot is good. Sabrina Gonzalez countering with a three-pointer of her own.
That's her third of the game. She's trying to keep her team in it right now.
This game very shooter-friendly. Both teams have a fair amount of shooters that can catch fire at any point. Martinez finding her way through the defense. That layup is up and no good. Lady Tarpons trying to find their rhythm here. Ball's going to be stolen away by Reiner. Stop and pop. That one's no good. Ayala missed that shot for the Lady Cats. Back come the Lady Tarpons. A little fancy footwork there from Chapa. Reiner with the ball. Just lost possession there, but the Lady Cats were able to hang on to it as Ayala. Andrews for three. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by the Lady Tarpons, and here they come. Gonzalez with the ball trying to push it. Gonna take this one coast to coast. No good.
And a jump ball, reward the ball to the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. What a big run, though, in this second quarter. They withstood the run by Port Isabel and then up the ante, if you will.
Right. And that's all it takes is for this Rio Hondo team to really find their groove. We've seen that in a lot of their games that I covered earlier this year, where they're kind of lackadaisy in the first quarter, and then they find that switch, and then they turn it on. That'll bring us to the end of the first half. The Lady Bobcats lead the Lady Tarpons here at home, 31-18. We're going to take a timeout up here. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Service has been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
D-Tronics does it all, from audio, video, alarms, tint, and more. Visit dtronics.com to see all the latest installs. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Breathing amplifier, earth-shaking speakers.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
By the concession stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand.
Welcome back to Rio Sports Live from Rio Hondo, Texas. Kevin Aro alongside Joe Bowling, Rudy Zamaripa running the camera. 31-18, the Lady Bobcats have a lead, Joe, in which we saw the Lady Tarpons go on a 10-0 run. They took a lead, a 2-point lead to start that second quarter. Since then, it's been the home team.
Well, you talk about a game of swings and momentum. Home team had it out of the gate. Visitors took control. Looked like we were in for an indeed back-and-forth game, and then all of a sudden, momentum switched gears again, and the Lady Bobcats were able to race out to that double-digit lead. Now, Port Isabel did score to close out the half, and so they're within striking distance. Down 13, though, they're going to have to regroup in the halftime locker room and make sure that there is no added run by Port Isabel or by Rio Hondo to start the second half. They do that again, that may be all that she wrote.
Right, and you're seeing what we've seen all year from this Rio Hondo team, where there's not particularly one player who's going to score 18, 17 points, but you're going to get kind of a Harlingen type deal where one kid's going to score 8, the other will score 12, the other will score 9. And that's what you're seeing here tonight. And you're seeing these shooters really find their form. Aisha Andrews, Jaslyn Ayala, Amanda Gomez, Natalie Martinez. So the home team doing what they're supposed to. The last time these two teams met up, we mentioned earlier, Rio Hondo got the win 40-28. Looking at the district standings, Rio Hondo sitting in at 11-2 in district play. The Lady Tarpons coming in with a 9-4 record. And again, the only blemish on that Lady Bobcat record are the 2 losses, and of course them being to Hidalgo. So Rudy, I believe, is bringing us the stats from the first half. So far, so good if you're a Lady Bobcat fan. Not so much if you're rooting for the Tarpons.
Yeah, we'll run down those stats and more. You can see the boys are out. Well, we can see the boys are out warming up. Obviously, Rudy walking across the screen there. You know he's not on the camera. So we'll be back, and we'll have the stats for you, and we'll break this game down a little bit more and get you set for the second half after this.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Welcome back to Rio Sports Live. Kevin Aro alongside Joe Bowling. Halftime, Joe, what do you got for us?
Well, 9 points for Natalie Martinez for the home team, leads the way in scoring, but they spread the wealth. Eliza Rodriguez ended up scoring 7 points in the first half. 6 points for Aisha Andrews. 7 points for Amanda Gonzalez. Natalie Martinez, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 with the Jocelyn Ayala with 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the scorebook, mixing the wealth, spreading the wealth, and not having to key on one player. PI's got to chase and guard everybody.
Right, and again, that's what prototypical Real Hondo basketball is about. That's what they've been doing all year. But then you have the games where Andrews will hit 5 3-pointers against LaFerrier like she did last time. So any one of these girls, Eliza Rodriguez, another one in particular, can flip the switch and really find their groove. But right now we're seeing a well-rounded effort from this Lady Bobcat team.
9 points leads the way for Sabrina Gonzalez in the scoring department for Port Isabel. Then it gets slim after that. 5 points in the first half for Whitney Zalowski. 2 each for Leini Mata and Sam Chapa, and that rounds out the scoring for Port Isabel. So your big-time scorers haven't really got it going, except for the 3 3-pointers made by Sabrina Gonzalez in that first half.
We're about a minute away from the start of the second half here in Rio Hondo, so we're going to go ahead and take a timeout up here. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Welcome back to Rio Sports Live. Kevin Aro alongside Joe Bowling. Start of the second half here in Rio Hondo, Texas. Game 1 of the Twin Bill. The Lady Tarpons on the road taking on the Lady Bobcats. The 8 o'clock slate, the boys will be taking the court, and plenty of playoff scenarios there in that one. The Lady Bobcats open up the second half with a 31-18 lead, and we are underway in the second half. Sam Chapa with the ball out to Leini Mata inside to Martinez. Is going to make a move. Kick this one back out to Mata. Mata. Back out to Chapa. Back over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Chapa. Guarded by Martinez. That ball is going to be stolen away from Amanda Gomez. The starters all back into the game. Pass to the corner to Ayala. Gets this one out to Martinez. Over the corner to Rodriguez. She's going to put up a 3. Count it.
Nice way to start the scoring for Martinez. First player in double figures for either team. Rio Hondo opens up that 16-point lead.
Back come the Lady Tarpons. Chapa. Let's see who the ball will stay with.
Fans wondering about Hidalgo, if they're going to let off the accelerator because they've already captured that district title. Well, their girls lead Zapata 59-8 in the third quarter. So they are tuning it up and turning it up, even though they've got that #1 spot clinched.
That should answer all questions as far as Coach Arjona's squad. Deep three-pointer, bang! Nothing but the bottom of the net there. Nice piece of shooting from Sabrina Gonzalez. Rodriguez back with the ball, pass out to Ayala, over to Gomez. She'll put up a 3 off the front of the rim and no good. Andrews hustling for the ball. Last touch by Sam Chapa. The ball will stay with the Lady Bobcats. Andrews to inbound, out to Rodriguez, who nailed a three-pointer her last time out. That pass out in front to Martinez. Bounce pass over to Gomez. Out to Martinez with the right hand. Scanning the defense over to Gomez. Inside to Ayala. That one's knocked away by Martinez, but Ayala able to hang on to it. Andrews, long pass over to Rodriguez. Inside to Ayala, off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Martinez. And back come the Lady Tarpons, but quickly stolen away by Natalie Martinez. Nice move there right in front of her coach, Vic Salceda. Whew. Martinez has got some moves.
After she got the steal, that was a deadly crossover to first get past Gonzalez, and then the second move on the baseline. They had to foul her to stop her. Got there right before she got the shot away, though.
Ayala to inbound. Over to Rodriguez. She'll put up a three. Gets the friendly roll. Back-to-back threes from the freshman. 36-21. Real Hondo with the lead.
Liza Rodriguez now has 16 points in the game, and that's her fourth three-pointer.
That's what we were alluding to earlier, is that it's a collective effort, but at one point, one of these players will start to pour it on, and tonight it's the freshman Eliza Rodriguez. Sabrina Gonzalez with the ball. She put up a deep three her last time out. Dangerous pass inside to Mata, guarded by Rodriguez very sharply. Andrews comes up with the steal. Fans wanting a call, they're not going to get it. Long court pass over to Martinez, over to Gomez, off the glass and no good. Rodriguez fighting for the ball. Ayala with it, out to Martinez. She'll push that one inside to Gomez. Beautiful pass inside. Lady Bobcats are rolling 38-21 midway through the third quarter. That ball knocked away by Ayala.
They are steamrolling right now. They are looking good on all facets of the game. They started out the second half backing off in a zone the first two trips down. They weren't extending out and trapping. Seemed to take Port Isabel off guard. Now Lady Tarpons trying to get that offense on track, and meanwhile getting outscored in a hurry.
Martinez picks up the loose ball, and
I call that a jump ball. Martinez, you know, you pick up that dribble and go on up with the motion of shooting, you're going to probably draw a foul. You hesitate, kick the ball out. That means the defender has planted their ground, stood their ground. Then when that jump ball happened, when the contact on the ball.
Rodriguez is going to take this one coast to coast. Shot doesn't go up. That's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be Lady Tarpon basketball. And breaking away are the Lady Tarpons 2-on-1. Gonzalez over to Mata. She puts up a three off the side of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Gomez. She'll pass this one to no man's land, and it'll be picked off by Zalowski. Unaware of her surroundings there, Mata. That one's picked off by Natalie Martinez. It's a nice move there. Out to Ayala, back inside to Rodriguez. Has an open look off the glass and good. 40-21. Real Hondo with the lead. Stolen by Rodriguez. I tell you what, she'd have made that shot, this place would have gone nuts. Gonzalez with the ball. Out to Zalowski, picked off by Martinez. Another steal for Natalie Martinez. Has Ayala open. Bounce pass. That shot off the mark. It seemed as if Martinez kind of wanted to just drive it in herself.
What you teach there is that cutter on the lane or on the outside lane, stay wide. If you stay wide, the defender has to commit. If they come at the ball handler, then the ball handler can dish it off. If they don't, then she can do what she wanted to do, and that was attack for the layup. Got to stay wide, though, on that lane.
Rodriguez with a jumper. It's off the mark. Zalowski with the rebound. Serena Brown checks into the game for the Lady Tarpons. Zalowski, high floater. The ball will stay with Port Isabel. Vasquez, Reiner, and Zuniga all into the game. Andrews, Gomez, and Martinez will all take a breather. Some substitutions here in the third quarter. That ball will short. Alexis Reiner with the ball. Out to Ayala, over to Rodriguez. She'll take this one herself. Picked up by Ayala. Ayala thought about the three, kicks this one out to Reiner. She'll put up a three. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Brown. Out to Chapa. Over to Zolowski. Finds Mata. Mata back over to Zolowski. 3:07 in the third quarter. 40-21 Real Hondo. So let's talk a little bit about Alexis Reiner, the sophomore, and the things she's done not only on the basketball court but on the softball field as well. Last year as a freshman, she spent time both on the JV and on the varsity and kind of found her footing late in the season, and she was a pleasant surprise for Coach Esparza's team on the softball end of things.
It's why they are looking at this team as being one of the better teams to come around again. And you keep saying that year in, year out for Real Hondo. The product keeps churning out. The program is now developing players. The young ones are coming up and contributing in a big way.
It's a matter of just finding these athletes and finding a way where to put them. And Alexis Reiner defines that really. I spoke with her before the game. I had mentioned that I had seen her, or I had heard of what she did where she was on the basketball court one day. The team had an inner squad the next, and she shows up, ho-hum, gets a couple of hits, makes a couple of stops at second base for Coach Esparza's team. Zuniga's basket doesn't go. Rebounded by the Lady Tarpons. And I said, did you just really walk off the basketball court, walk onto the the softball field and play? And she said, yeah, I did that. No big deal. It's like, okay. but she's a missing piece right now on that team. And of course, softball season still not in full swing. Teams are getting scrimmages out of the way. And once basketball season ends, Alexis Reiner will be fully committed to softball, and she'll be a key piece to what Rio Hondo does this year. And she's just a sophomore. Rodriguez passes this one inside. Beautiful athleticism off the front of the rim and no good. Rodriguez really showing off her skill here. Ayala will pick up the loose ball out to Vasquez. Off the glass and good. Jessica Vasquez with her first points of the night, 42-23 Rio Hondo.
How can you not play hard when you've got teammates that are doing the things that Gonzalez is doing or Rodriguez is doing out there on the court?
Yeah, they really just feed off of her and what she does. And she's just a freshman, Joe. When I first met her at the CE Vale, I don't remember who they played, but it was mid-tournament. Martinez and Andrews comes into the ball game, along with Mandy Perkins, a sophomore, wearing the number 22 for the Lady Tarpons. I said, "Are you a sophomore or a junior?" She said, "No, I'm a freshman." Said, wow, like you would never have thought just by watching the kid play and how she plays. Really, just one of those special kids who can come into the varsity level as a freshman and really not miss a beat at all. Zolowski will put up a high three-pointer. She'll get fouled. And at first, Joe, when I first started this, I looked at these freshmen and said, yeah, they might need a year or two to develop. But these past couple years, you're seeing these coaches just throw a freshman into the fire, and they play like they've been there for 2 or 3 years. It's impressive.
You got to credit these summer programs that are churning out this talent. You see some of the coaches are here in the stands. And this is a product of these players working on their game in the offseason, getting ready for the varsity season once it arrives.
Zolowski's shot's off the mark. And you're starting to see it more and more, and it's a beautiful thing because, these kids are so talented. And the amazing thing about the freshman group, they're playing girls, that are 17, 18 years old, and sometimes they outplay them.
Yeah, they play up. They play up throughout the summer to try to get the feel of the varsity game, to get the feel of the big-time games. And then what happens is when you get in the playoffs, because you played travel ball, you may have already played against players that used to be a mystery. And suddenly it's like, I know her. I played against her in a tournament in San Antonio.
Back come the Lady Tarpons. Borojas with the ball, being trapped inside, and that's going to be a foul against Andrews.
Rojas has to realize there when she stepped through that double team, she had a wide open 4-foot banker. You got to let that go. She was looking to give the ball up because she thought she was trapped. She was. She stepped through it though. Open shot, take it.
Brown at the free throw line. Makes her first free throw attempt. The same goes with Rosa Zapata from Harlingen, who's also a talented point guard, and she's just a freshman. And the same thing with her is that I covered Lady Cardinal basketball these last few years. I knew she had to have been a freshman because I did not recognize her on the JV, wasn't on the team these last couple of years, but to our point about these freshmen just stepping right in and making a quick impact. That ball stolen away by Lainey Mata, tries to put a move on Gomez, who comes back into the ball game. Gomez, Martinez, Andrews all in the game, along with Reiner and Zuniga. 23 seconds and counting here in the third period. Zoloski will put up a high three off the glass and no good. Looked as if she was fouled in the act of shooting.
I think she was being decoyed over there by players on the Rio Hondo side, trying to make her think that this clock was going down to 1.
You heard
Got
that,
the
huh?
shot away, yeah. want to talk about, though, Kevin, let's expand a little bit on the freshmen and some of the younger players coming up. This is why I'm having conversations on a regular basis with those travel coaches and those summer programs and those extended programs outside of high school that they can be contributing to our Rio Sports magazine. That page is going to start introducing fans in the area to some of the elite players who are coming up through the ranks. There indeed is some talent, and this talent is being cultivated outside the programs by the time they arrive. In this case, as freshmen coming in, they're ready to play, and they're ready to play at a varsity level.
Absolutely, and being that I had younger cousins play softball, I've seen that. I've seen the development, and I don't want to say it was a closed-minded, but I really thought it was only in softball because I'd seen it growing up and just how much commitment these kids put into it. And, oh, yeah, once they get to the varsity, it's not a big deal. But then you start seeing, triple-double really start to make a name for themselves. The Lakers from PI, all these travel teams really, really starting to put an emphasis on an offseason. And a block from Alexis Reiner, and that's how the third quarter will come to an end. 42-26, Lady Bobcats with the lead as we head to the fourth quarter. You are watching Rio Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Welcome back to Rio Sports Live. Kevin Aro alongside Joe Bowling. Game one of the doubleheader here at Rio Hondo High School. The Lady Bobcats with a commanding 42-26 lead here on their home court. Ayala will put up a three, count it. 19-point lead for the home squad. Lady Bobcats really have flipped the switch since midway of that second quarter. And really the only positive that we've seen from Port Isabel was that 10-0 run that saw them take that 2-point lead into the second quarter, and that game was really in limbo, so to speak. But the Lady Bobcats answering with a right hook and have not let go since then. And a beautiful steal by Rodriguez. Here's a breakaway. Layup is good. Eliza Rodriguez, folks, I tell you what, she's having herself a monster game. Doing it all for the Lady Cats. Back comes Zoloski. Guarded by Martinez. She'll kick this one out. Brown with a shot well off the mark. Rebounded by Andrews. Out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez passes this one up to Gomez. Stolen away by Port Isabel. Andrews back with a steal. Janessa Espinosa, number 14, is in the ball game for the Lady Tarpons. Espinosa, Brown, Zoloski. along with Chapa and Gonzalez all out onto the court for Kyle DeMoss' squad. 47-26, 6:40 final quarter. Solosky turnaround shot, no good. Should be Rio Hondo ball.
Crowd getting into every whistle, every loose ball, every little bit of contact. The groans are going to come one way or another. If you're an official, just get ready. You're going to get harassed either way.
Exactly. We've seen and heard our fair share. So Martinez back with the ball. Lady Cats from left to right, out to Rodriguez. Back out to Ayala, over to Gomez. Gomez to Martinez. Out to Andrews, to the corner to Rodriguez. Thought about it for a second. Bounce pass inside to Ayala, back out to Martinez. Martinez with the ball, out to Gomez. She'll put up a three well off the mark. Looked as if she rushed her shot there. Back comes Gonzalez with the ball. 6 minutes left in this one and counting. She'll put up a deep three off the front of the rim and no good. Both Ayala and Espinosa wrestling for the basketball, and the possession arrow will be in favor of Rio Hondo. Andrews inbounded to Martinez.
Sabrina Gonzalez, add her to the shooters club. She is one of those shooters in the Rio Grande Valley. Boys or girls, doesn't matter where she's at on the court. If you're not guarding her, she's willing to shoot.
Kind of like the San Perlita Trojans.
Put her on the team.
Hey, I'm sure Coach Nate Garza will welcome her with open arms. You know, it's kind of funny because at the Bird Bowl on Friday, I seen guys walk up to the volleyball line and no one's in front of them, and I'm waiting for them to shoot it.
No.
They're not going to. I'm like, something's missing here. I'm like, wait a second.
EJ Nieto is walking in the gym that day. But I'd like to see a horse game between EJ and Sabrina right now.
Hey, that'd be fun. I'd pay to see that. I would love to cover that. That'd be
on
fun.
Our All-Star Weekend at Rio Sports Live as we're putting that together. Have some fun competition like that. Huh? Horse competition between the shooters.
Some Santa Rosa Warriors are in the house tonight. CJ Olivares just pulled up.
Put the coaches in there if the coach is going to be in a horse game.
Now, if you're talking that, I would love to see Coach Cipriano and Coach
Garza
have a little shootout. That'd be fun. Last year when they both made the regional tournament, Sippy was showing off his behind-the-back half-court shot. He put it up. Rodriguez puts another one up. She's having herself a ball game. Cool, calm, and collected is Rodriguez.
22 points and counting for the freshman.
50-26 to score. That ball poked away by Martinez into the hands of Ayala. Martinez with the ball, turns around. Lady Bobcats with the advantage. Nice move there from Martinez out to Gomez. Bang! 52-26. Clicking on all cylinders is the home team. Ball stolen away. Easy pickings there for Rio Hondo. Rodriguez with another bucket.
Two more for Eliza Rodriguez. 24.
That ball blocked. Andrews with the block, and the home crowd loves it. Back comes Rio Hondo with Rodriguez. Pedal to the metal for the home team. Rodriguez trying to find a lane. You're talking about an all-on assault here from Rio Hondo.
Remember, gang, this was a 12-10 game at the end of a quarter. Port Isabel led. Since then, 44-14.
Yikes.
That's a 30-point difference maker.
Yikes. So we're going to go ahead and go to a break. We'll continue talking about that potential shootout when we come back.
You're Cougars, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hacienda.
Welcome back to Rio Sports Live. Kevin Auro alongside Joe Bowling and Rudy Zamaripa to our left running the camera. Again, we got a full crew here on a Monday night in Rio Hondo. And the Lady Bobcats with a strong 54-26 lead. Zolowski will put up a high three-pointer, airballed and rebounded by Andrews. 4:26 left in this one. And before the break, we were talking about a potential coaches shootout between Nate Garza and Johnny Cipriano. That'd be a lot of fun.
Both willing and capable of going to half court and starting their shot selection right there. So that makes it fun out of the gate.
I say we started at half court and behind the back. Look, and I have a video of both of them shooting it and making it. How they do it, I don't know. Zolowski, nothing but the bottom of the net there. And again, if you're a Lady Tarpons fan, there's no need to push the panic button. You lose this game, you fall to 9-5. You're still in well position for the playoffs. Andrews puts up a 3 and no good.
Matter of fact, they know they're playing Sinton on Tuesday night, a week from tomorrow, at Alice. That's a playoff game locked in.
Right, it's just a matter of fine-tuning some things. As Coach Elias Martinez always says, it's a matter of crossing the T's, dotting the I's, so to speak. 2-on-1, bounce pass to Rodriguez. A rare miss there from the freshman. That ball is going to be stolen away by Sam Chapa. Three-pointer, that shot's up and good. Sabrina Gonzalez showing off the range.
Her 5th 3 of the game, she's got 15.
Natalie Martinez looking to go with the ball somewhere. Rodriguez will put up a 3. That one just off the mark. Gonzalez with the ball, that one out. Stolen away by Rodriguez. Crossover move over to Martinez. 3 minutes and counting left in this one. Martinez has the ball, and Vic Zalceda will call a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout up here. You are watching Real Sports Live.
Honda has it. Has what? Low monthly payments, a friendly buying process, and customer service like no other. It's simply a different way. It's a car buying experience you'll enjoy. With a huge Ford selection like Ford F-150s, Mustangs, Explorers, Escapes, the Ford Raptor, and a whole bunch more, buying a new Ford should be fun, and that's why we do it. Come see the difference at Hacienda Ford.
Hacienda has it.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Hi, we're PJ Southwest Avenida, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Kevin Aro alongside Joe Bowling. Gomez with the ball inside to Reiner. Count it, and the foul. Alexis Reiner. The legend just grew.
That's right out of the timeout. That's an assist and an easy bucket and a chance for an and one.
If you're from Real Hondo, you'll recognize the last name Reiner. Her cousins Jake and Ty Reiner. Those are her big cousins. She completes the three-point play, both playing at the college level, both playing football. Those two boys had themselves a heck of a football career here in Real Hondo. 2:45 and counting. Lady Cats with the lead, and they can cruise home here. Gomez with the ball out to Reiner. Reiner out to Gomez. That three-pointer is good. You know, that's what I love about this Real Hondo team is they keep the pedal to the metal. You see teams build a lead and they'll kind of spread the ball around, kind of kill the clock. Not this team. 60-32. That turnaround shot is good from Zolowski. Amanda Gomez's cousin is Taylor Gomez, who had herself a career in both volleyball, basketball, and track. Reiner puts up a three. That one's well short. Rebounded by Zuniga. Back inside to Reiner. Alexis Reiner with a hustle play there. 62-34. Taylor Gomez playing volleyball up at TLU. She continued her volleyball career. Zolowski with the ball, picked away by Natalie Martinez. 1:29 left in this one. Martinez will lose the handle of the ball there, and it'll be a turnover. So Vasquez, Andrews, Ayala will come into the game. Gomez and Reiner, the other two Lady Cats. 1:17 left in this one, and Rio Hondo is going to improve their record to 12-2.
Contact that time, and the physical play continues between these two teams.
Shot up and good. So I've covered quite a few Rio Hondo games, and I've seen Eliza Rodriguez take over some games, particularly in that Vail tournament. But the way she has played tonight, I think, in my opinion, this is one of her better, if not her best performance of the season. The freshmen doing it all on Parents' Night, and which a night that's particularly towards the seniors. Ayala will put up a deep three. Bang, bang, bang.
Everything falling home now.
65-36. Rio Hondo really just putting on a show now. Nice behind the back move. Ball picked away from, that ball was picked away by Reiner, now taken away by Andrews. It's going to be a turnover. .30 seconds left in this one. I was about to say, Joe, I wouldn't be surprised if Rio Hondo tries to put up another bucket on that possession. Perkins with the ball. Out to Zolowski. Being double teamed. 17 seconds and counting. Deep three-pointer. That ball's well short. Reiner fighting for the ball. Picked up by Andrews. 10 seconds and counting, and this one is all but over. Ayala with the ball. She'll put up a three. Off the mark, no good. And that's how this one will come to an end. Final score from Rio Hondo High School. Rio Hondo 65, Port Isabel 36.
5 players in double figures for the Lady Cats of Rio Hondo. They're led by Eliza Rodriguez. Rodriguez with 24 points on the night. She is our Hacienda She Has It player of the game. Behind her, Amanda Gomez had 12 points, 11 apiece for Jocelyn Ayala and Aisha Andrews. And then 10 points for Natalie Martinez to lead the way in scoring. 5 3-pointers for the Lady Tarpons. Sabrina Gonzalez was leading in the scoring category for Port Isabel. But tonight, it was too much. Eliza Rodriguez and her teammates came to play. 5 players in double figures. Rio Hondo gets a win.
She took over this basketball game. And again, when the game was in limbo in the second quarter, it was the freshman Rodriguez who truly took over this ball game. That's a final from Rio Hondo fans. Stay tuned. 8 o'clock, we have the boys game. Joe and I will be back on the call. You're watching Rio Sports Live.